budi zam ye duela nintan wala fombe zinsi ya osa te posor budu osa ani ya big ya pitu ya tan ya zwa mashwal amalok akuzans ndego te beno kala ne te zuguran zwa ne onasa nama bane mor te Songhai project mor ke Kusaga na la tanam ne bakpen mai te sons zama te bene Fiesta Royal Hotel Ankara katete sons ne ba mbang kupela la asib de an wala de son Kusaga wala ka enam bane gotete be fala ka menam nyanga bang to mala asim kam yang nsongote katika ka to mala zin ntes Kusaga osa piligo opom Kusale so tete piane na asal ka tomorrow te tan pe an obi ka o pianta wa pia ka te pian te pom tutua ne onenge lebse ka tutua te ka te bang on piansi la so te sonso zamala ane na asal sonso. Okay, Dr. You are welcome to Ghana once again.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I was telling my people that you are the leader of the Ausar Auset Society and you are the king of the community, and also you are the one that has been pushing to bring the Songhai project to our land. So we want to have a discussion with you with regards to the Songhai project. But first of all, we want to know who Dr. Owa is.
I'm a representative of the Shegem where I'm from, and the king of Ausar Society International. I'm personally responsible for Washington D.C. area of the community.
Okay. He is a representative for Shegem, which is the king for Ausar Auset Society. He's representing him in Ghana right now. Yeah.
So we heard that you trace your route to Nkonya in Ghana here. So we want to know how did you feel when you finally got to Nkonya and realized this was my home, this is where my ancestors came from?
It was incredible. You know, in the U.S., we often don't know where we come from. We can't find out where we came from. So when I found out from Nkonya, then I called Ausar contacted Nane Okola Kofi III, from my king of Nkonya, arranged for me to visit there in March 2007. As a part of the 50th anniversary celebration for Ghana. We got there. I didn't know what to expect, but they told me as the long-term going in the constitutional area. It's quite an event.
He said that he was excited about it when he found out, because in the U.S., if you're born in the United States, you don't really know where your lineages are or your roots come from. So when he found out through the chief of Agogo Asante Achem, who is Nana Ekweku Sapong, and through his help, he was able to come to Ghana and travel there in the year of 2007. And so, they welcomed him, and that's how he found out that his lineage is from Nkonya. So he went to Nkonya. Yes, and he was very welcomed there.
Yeah, you mentioned that you met the chief of Nkonya.
Yes.
And he welcomed you. Okay, and I want you to tell us about your society, the Ausar Auset Society.
Okay.
We want to know more about, because when we go around the Kusaasi communities and we are talking to them about Dr. Owa and the Ausar Auset Society and the project that is coming to our land, most of them ask the question, what is the Ausar Auset Society?
Ausar Auset Society is a Pan-African spiritual organization based on teachings of ancient Kemet, according to Egypt.
Ausar Auset Society is a Pan-African spiritual organization with its, I guess, perspective on spirituality coming from Kemet or Egypt. Yeah.
Okay, so it's based on a spirituality coming from Egypt.
Yes.
And you mentioned another thing, Kemet.
Kemet, which is, proper name for Egypt, or the ancient name for Egypt.
Okay, the ancient name for Egypt is Kemet.
Right.
Okay. Then the next thing is, want to know what made you decide, or like what's the motivation behind the Songhai project, like bringing it to Ghana?
My first trip to Ghana was in 1985. I visited as a part of the entourage there at Shagam. We were invited by Otumfuoco II to participate in the 50th anniversary of the restoration of Zambia Confederate State.
Okay, so his first trip was in 1985 upon an invite from Otumfuoco the first, who's gone. So the second. So they came and they visited Ghana at that time. And, he fell in love with the country. So let him speak more.
As I travel around Ghana, I saw there's a lot of issues and problems like there are everywhere in the world. So in 1999, we were starting a school in D.C. and someone suggested we go to Benin to visit the Songhai Center because we wanted to do an environmental science program. So we went to Benin. And there in Benin, I saw solutions to a lot of problems I saw in Ghana previously.
Okay, so in 2000, between 1999 and 2000, I started a school in DC, and they needed to let the people broaden their horizon by having people in Africa. So he visited Benin, and he visited Songhai and realized the amazing work they were doing over there, and he decided that it would be beneficial to the entire Ghana as well.
So the following year, I invited Nana Sapong to go with me to Benin. We traveled to Benin together the following year. And he saw the project, and so he committed then to bring first Songhai to Agogo.
Okay. So he traveled with Nana Okeko Sapong from Agogo to Benin. He invited him to come, and they went. Nana Sapong visited, and he also was amazed by what was happening and was interested in bringing the first Songhai to Agogo.
Okay, so the idea was to bring the first Songhai to Agogo. Okay, then what made you include Kusaug or the Boko area and the other communities? What made you include the Boko area, for instance?
Well, in 1986-87, I met this young lady here in Agogo. I didn't know if she was from the north at that point. In 2006, 2007, I met Nawa Zuma through her brother. And I found out that we visited Baku. And because of that connection, I decided to be a good place to pick Songhai as well.
Okay, so in 1986, he met me, and then he met my brother. And so through my brother, he met Nabazuma. And, if you look at the connection, Nabazuma is our family, our relation. So he decided that it will also be a good idea to bring Songhai to our people as well, to benefit equally.
And then in 2007, I went to Nkonya. I also met my people there. I sponsored a group of people from Nkonya to go to Benin to visit Songhai. So the king of Nkonya, Nakoto III, sent a delegation to Nkonya to Songhai, Benin. and they saw the project and they wanted to be involved as well.
Okay, so in 2007, he also visited his family, which is in Konya, his bloodline, and he spoke with Nana Kofi Okoto III, who also delegated a couple of people to go to Benin and visit Songhai, which they did. And he also, just like Nana Kweku Sapong, fell in love with, the prosperity it will bring to Africa to be self-reliant and to sustain itself. So he decided that he will also bring Songhai to Nkonya, and that's why Nkonya became part of it.
So when you met my sister Puanaba and also Dr. Naba Azuma, and you decided to bring Songhai to Boko. When you got to Boko and you spoke to the chiefs, how was the feeling like? What did you get from the chiefs concerning the project you were bringing to them?
We were very interested in participating in the project. In 2008, we met with Shirley Ayite. She was then the Minister for Environment for Ghana. And she's asked that 4 communities, Agoro, Konya, Asimanso, and Baku, all bring documents, indentured land documents, so that she can be in the project in Ghana. She's very interested in seeing the project in Ghana.
Okay, so when he met in 2007, 2008, he went back to Boko and he sat with, the elders and chiefs. He also met the Minister for Environment, I believe, at that time. She advised that the 4 communities, which is Agogo, Nkonya, Boko, and Asin Manso, should provide documentation of land that will be donated for this Songhai project, which they did, and that's, they're in the process, or at least they're in the process of doing that. This is why these 4 communities are chosen, right?
Okay. Throughout your journey with the Songhai project in Ghana, what are some of the challenges you have faced throughout your journey with the Songhai project in Ghana? We know there are a lot, but you can just share with us a few of the challenges you think are very important that our people should know.
Government. Other than Shirley Ayite, no one government's done anything to try to promote the project. Everyone in the government knows what the project, know how vital the project is. They just don't want to touch it for some reason. Other than Shirley Ayite, no one in the government ever has done anything to try to promote to promote the project. She was going to do it, but then she got out of office. Her term was up before it finished the document. So it fell flat and not ever since then. But the Arab government since then. I want this.
I believe Shirley Ayite showed interest because she knew the benefit of it and she was pushing for it. But as you know, it fell flat because she was the only one. And so other than that, he's still pushing so far and we are hoping for a great result. But yes, government.
Not with government, we're doing our own now. That's why I'm bringing people over here.
Right.
We decided we can't rely on government. So the Konyan citizens, we go to Africa and Songhai are partners in the project now.
Okay, so right now, there's no government involvement. It's up to the people because the people will benefit. So in Nkonya, the people are, they're mobilizing themselves. They're working hard. They've given land and they're moving forward with it. And our goal is that the rest of the communities will also do this the same way to get, Songhai established there to eradicate poverty and to the betterment of the people.
Clean up the environment.
Yep, clean up the environment away from, toxicity, plastic bags, waste, plastic bottles. That's all part of Songhai. Songhai recycles everything. everything, even, excuse me to say, your toilet is recycled into gas that cooks the food and turn on the electricity. And that's his vision for Ghana.
Okay, so can you share with us what Songhai actually is and what they do?
Songhai.
Like, what I mean is, some of the, like in the document that you shared with us, I've read about factories that the project would set up in our communities. I've also heard about the different agricultural activities that will be going on there. So I just want you to share with us some of the projects or some of the things in the Songhai project.
Well, one thing, they add value to everything that's produced. So if they produce mangoes, they make mango jam. If they produce gin juices, they do the same plan. The value-added products, they produce their own soaps. Everything they produce is value-added. So it becomes a tertiary market. For instance, they grow tons of organic food without pesticides, heirloom seeds. They produce their own heirloom seeds, so they can continue to produce seeds. They raise tons of fish on their own lakes, feed them with their own fish food, etc. They make their own machinery. They grow the crops, and they create parts for the machines. The machines break down, they can refurbish parts, do everything themselves.
All right, so in Songhai, it's like a safe haven on earth. Okay, they produce organic foods, and they use, so if they produce fruits, they make juices out of the fruit. So they have pineapple juice organic, mango juice organic. Then they have butter made out of mangoes, okay? And then jam, yes, fruit spread organically. And then they use the leaves or the skin of the mangoes and the fruit as compost to grow their crops. And then they have heirloom seeds, meaning the seeds that are not GMO. Seeds that you grow and you eat naturally, that sustains your body and give you health. And don't kill the cells in your body because it's being poisoned with a lot of chemicals. They rear animals, like fish farming. They grow these fish naturally and organically based on their own eggs without any additives. Then they have machines that, help with recycling, help create these composts all around the community, which produces electricity, which in turn the products are sold. They have a market and shops around the campus where products are sold to the community at a very inexpensive price, but very healthy, because health is expensive. You understand? When you're sick and you're in the hospital, you pay a whole lot of money. But in Songhai, you eat well, that you prevent your body from getting sick, basically. And then it provides jobs and also train other people from different parts of the world to take the knowledge back to their own villages and create the exact same way. So like I said, it's a safe haven.
So it means that we would have people, it will provide jobs, yes, and those who come and also learn about how Songhai works. When they go back to their communities, they can also create the same. And the seeds and the products that will be sold to the communities for them to benefit. So our people that are farming and using chemicals, or they are using seeds that are how do you call it, chemically infected, they would have organic chemicals that they will use in their farms and will not have any GMO or any additives in those seeds.
The seeds will be organic.
The seeds will be organic.
Chemicals. The seeds will be organic.
Organic. Okay.
Yes, to grow organically.
Yeah. What I also get is that there's going to be factories that will be used, that will be doing the juice, yes, the jam and the butter packaging. Then we also have a factory that will be recycling these things to produce fertilizer. And I also get that we have a recycling center for our rubber,
Yeah,
this plastic bottles and
into
whatever,
usable, reusable cups and bowls and spoons and forks and tables and chairs.
tables and chairs.
Yes.
So it will be
And
reused
bins
to
for
produce
washing at home.
tables, chairs, bins for washing.
Yeah.
So it is going to also clean the environment
Yes.
because all the rubbers
Hmm.
would be taken off to produce these things. Wow, it's going to be a lot,
Yes.
and it means there's going to be a lot of money in it. A lot of money will be spent to do this. So how much will be spent to do this particular project?
Well, it's incremental. When I say incremental,
Incremental.
which means that we start small, we build up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Songhai is studied by the UN International Development Fund. They show that Songhai replenishes or becomes self-sufficient in 3 years' time. 5 years' time, all the way back.
So, like you said, it will be done in increments, meaning that you start small and you build it up. And also, Songhai is being it's been stated by the United Nations fund. So, with time, in 3 years' time, Songhai will be able to stand on his own because it will be producing and making profit. It won't depend on anyone but themselves.
So it means that when the project starts in 3 years' time, the vision is for the project itself to be self-sufficient,
Right.
to fund itself
Right.
through the what they produce
Exactly.
and sell out.
Right.
Okay. So
It's depending on how much we start with. We start small, this will take a while longer. We start big, 3 years time.
Okay. So it depends on how much you invest in it from the beginning. If you invest a little bit, it will take long. But if you invest a substantial amount in a short period of time, you will reap your profit and will just keep going.
So in the challenges you mentioned government. So what is the next one?
Money, training, because we need to send now 10 people there to train for each site. It's about $3,500 a piece. So it's about $35,000 US a piece to train 10 people for 6 months.
To train all 10.
10 people. Then we got a longer training period for other people. Ultimately, we may have 200 some people working at Songhai for training.
Okay, so the second part is money, funding, finance. So to train, we want to train 10 people to start, meaning that from different communities, we mobilize the people to be 10 in number. And to train those 10 people, we need $35,000 for all 10 to be trained at Songhai. Okay, so money.
Okay, so the next one you said is money. What is there any other challenge that you have?
Training
Training
people themselves.
the people themselves,
Okay.
bringing them. Yeah.
Songhai is in 5 capitals. The most important capital is human capital. Human capital. Retrain the human mind.
Human capital, that's the first one. Songhai has 5 capitals, that is its roots, its pillars are on. The first is the human mind. Okay.
Second capital, environmental capital.
Environment.
Teach people the importance of the environment, preserve the environment.
Teaching people how to produce for themselves in their own environment. That's the second part.
Third is social capital. Integrating where people work together. Accomplish fruits and goal.
The third is social, getting and mobilizing the people to come together to achieve this. Okay.
Fourth is technical environment. Learn the technical skills necessary.
Technical. Okay.
Learn the technical skills necessary.
Learning the technical skills in order to be able to make this a success.
And the fifth is financial capital. Last financial. Last one, financial capital.
Financial capital is the last.
Put financial capital first, fail.
If you put financial capital before the human capital, it will fail because you're thinking about building profit for you instead of building wealth and prosperity for the masses.
Okay. So throughout your journey for the past 16 years, I guess, on this Songhai project, 22 years.
20.
I was calculating it from 2007. Yeah, so 22 years on this Songhai project, bringing it to Ghana. What is the way forward?
For each community. Now it's come with the land and nature. Then we can train you for the community and start the project.
Okay, so we form each community to provide land with proper documentation, indenture, and then we get the training, get the people trained, and then we move forward.
So first of all, we have to look for the land, and the land will be documented.
Right.
Then we will now look at training the people.
Yes.
Yeah. Earlier this year, you spoke about. You spoke to one of our chiefs, Naba Professor George Agbango in the US, and there was an issue of getting some people from the traditional authority in Boko to go to Songhai and see for themselves how the project is and what the project is all about. Is that idea still on board?
When we get back home, I have seed money for the trip. When we raised last year for the concert, we used seed money to sponsor people to go, but nobody's contacted me back.
Can you say that one more time?
We have seed money we raised for the concert last year.
Okay.
We used that money to sponsor, fund several people to go to somebody, but no one's contacted me back.
Okay, so we started with the first Rebuild Africa with the concert to raise some funds to get it started, and we raised a little bit as you saw, and since then nobody has contacted us back or contacted him back. Yeah.
So that discussion means that our chief in the US has not contacted you back, or nobody from the Kusaug area has contacted you concerning the people that will be going for the project. Okay. I think I was informed about it, and during the plans, you know what is happening in Boko right now. So Boko Naba said we should hold on to that until the place is calm and we can look at it. The second issue was also about the travel. They were concerned about the traveling because recent times these francophone countries are at war, coup d'etats and here and there. So there was a bit of concern. Yes, and I think that the people are organized. They've actually selected a few people that would go, but because of the situation at home, they are still observing the place to see if it is calm, then they can start. And also earlier this year, we decided that we need to do a tour in all the Kusaasi communities in Ghana here. We have a lot of Kusaasis in the Bronx Ahafo, like that's Bono Ahafo and Bono East, Western region, Western North areas. We have so many Kusaasi in the Ashanti region. We have a lot of Kusaasi communities. So we decided to move around, visit them, and educate them about the project, and also let them understand what it is and seek for their support to start the project. And I think we are still on it. We just came from Kumasi last month, and this month we are targeting a different region to go. So what I want you to tell us speak to the youth or the communities that would benefit this project. What do you have to tell them concerning the project and the need for them to actually get involved?
Songhai is a solution to the problems people face in Ghana.
Songhai is the solution to the problem many people facing in Ghana.
People leave their communities and come to Accra because they're looking for work.
People leave their communities and travel to the big city like Accra because they're looking for work.
Songhai wants people employed in their community.
Songhai will keep people employed in their own communities so they don't have to travel.
Skills and techniques
They will learn, if they're employed there through Songhai, they will learn skills. They'll be able to feed their families and they wouldn't need to leave their families behind. They'll be around, as a family should be, instead of the mothers left behind and the father's somewhere or the father's nowhere and the mother's out also. Right. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think that it's a good thing that Songhai is coming to Ghana, and our people, the Kusaasi people or Kusaug Kingdom, is also going to be a beneficiary to this wonderful project. Thank you very much. And I know you are a chief from our community. Yeah, so what's the title?
Naba Mountain. Naba Mountain.
Naba
Amalting. I want to say Naba Amalting.
Naba Mountain.
Naba Amalting. Dr. Uraua Hehemetu RA Enkhamit. I want to ask, the RA stands for?
Hehemetu means seeker of wisdom. Ra means the power. Enkhamit, ancient black land.
Hehemetu means seeker of wisdom. Ra means power. Right? Right. So seeker of wisdom and power.
And Enkhamit,
The Enkhamit
of the ancient black land.
of the ancient black land.
Okay. Seeker of power, seeker of wisdom of the seeker of wisdom and power of the ancient black land.
Yes.
So that is Hehemetu RA Enkhamit. Okay, then I now get it. What is your title?
Yes. Paramount King.
Paramount King is the Owa.
His name is what he is.
Okay. Then thank you very much, Dr. Owa. We appreciate your effort and your desire to actually bring this wonderful project to Ghana and these 4 communities, which is Nkonya, the Kusaug Kingdom, Agogo, and Asim Manso. And I think that if we all stand up, or if we all decide to involve ourselves in this activity, since from what you are saying, no more involvement of government, so it lies on us, the community members, to actually stand and fight and make this work. And I hope and pray that as the years go by, we'll make sure that this project works for the benefit of Ghana as a whole. Budi te pianene te sama Naba Amalting Dr. Uraua Hehemetu RA Enkhamit Yora ka bumbila mamemga mbu ne kala mzee we mbu ne kan tutu abe ka tutu ane ama opiade ane Songhai project mo Paramount King Kusaug ka be Ghana lala de ane bonson kane na songo tosa ka tia to sa duozin ngos to mala de na songo tosa ka tetan kan me ane kusabil ka omedade nam zuguranda de so puana ka nake ka omi pia kusal bila ka tewa to malayela ka te bang be okurun salete to malayela ne din narete mal as Kusaug ka to gostna mete mal la asun ka to malakin tunsi
Nizam posted so far kusala ode napia den kam me ama me mistakes na be the program be lama so when them sa mapia siema Songhai la wina mi ason kare chi kusa buri nina de na Songhai le bergusa bozugo duniya la me takada de ane duniya kanga ana yam na song yam kan gaba moro yam kan na song of ane yam kan na cheka funus palm seal ka fuma yanga de sir fumen ka de mesun ka buri lasitaba ka de asumas toma so toma la chip Songhai na non ko beber gusa bozugo de na cheka bibis bana gita la gusa banna sakuya ka bo motoma la de na songo ba bergo hale ka ba pam toma te manamba ne be yin ka membe motoma when ku season ya gar ka ba sil kaila ba mena yanga tomani do mi tonga la songo de ka ni bergo nyetoma po akura dogo dede be ni ba ne piece harvest ame be ne ba man milk na ma soya milk juice na ma wasa so farm or ba toma te sana mena kuut ba na yang chena songni kuba organically dena yok sor te sofa de ko ane burila na lasta ba ka de ane lasu ga ane sumas glasu ka wenne fufum lasu yisifu fusun hale pilugo ka te lasta ba ne malsim ni susun kan ka wina kana ada koma la zanlete ka de suntinam ka sungati bis ka sungati yas kama sung bana ka banambo doa bala do mi songa aila dawla pil benin la kazina o amazina de deside ni yid benin chin Nigeria so den kam nanya yelle ane na bachena la o dole things bergo ka seba pil hale more de yela so tina me na nyanga mal kare ti lasta ba ni sunra da ko ngaya be ko ngambe pede mashwel de kusungate yesira kana kamile so mama siala kan kam na mori yimte yala ta fara ne kusala moya mom
ay fu moya tutu to te tan arakoma mbele mbole fu keka nidiba bang fon asone fu nam yura ka butefa
nam yura ane aponaba akuluk
anome
yura wa mebila ponaba kuluk wemborum when so ponaba kuluga to mala ane manna lasted buri banbe outside of the country banbe asating when Canada ni US ana last ba de kro ane msama vision na ane ona chene na katama ya pa ko borim lepa kamyon le fumiti ya pilin pe kaburi bang de Songhai la sungur kan ka de mora ka ba sungma de ka ba zanle de ya de umbo bana be ni na la me sungur so
ka fumen yure
mamen yure mamen yure ane Suzana kababun na sayor
so puanaba akulu babune
akulu wembon
an puanaba kulu wemborum Suzy o Suzana ni to te post barka ne ya Thomson wona amna barka te osa wona amna keka tum kanga zin ka te osa de amfani de songo kosak te osa de nyore de ane wona am de se te osa so wona na keka te osa pam de nyor ka kosak me
ya basku mutiske yanam bana pupila
to
ibazin maso
to yiti sam na me ya basir kum ya fa adu yin ya fa basku mutise te yanam ma fon basku ka kawates banna ka ban mor potensiana morke kosaga na la ka yang zin ka kosa mpama de nyor to pose barka sanga kan ala ane sankan ka tibuni abangtawa sanga saman TV zuk abangtawa sanga wana to man kan me piata mpapon dengum bulim yor ane tinab mashwal amalok akozas ndego to but it's absolute